Okay, now that we've drawn our diamonds in, spacing every 10 millimeters, and then crossing them, we're now going to do what they call as a conveyor or conveyor belt type of cut. So what we're doing is we're cutting our first cuts along this leading edge until we get all the way up to the top here at 65 degrees and not going over that edge of the center. And we're not going to put our tip of the knife into the meat where we don't want it. So now we're going to come back and we're going to cut the opposite side. Drawing our knife all the way to the tip.
What's going on out here? Nothing?
And you can see how it's plunging into the center where the deepest location is, and then drawing the knife tip out to the very tip of the shallowest edge. Now, once you do that all the way down, and you continue all the way down with that, then you come back and you're going to make a straight cut. And this cut should release the chip that you just made. So let's see if that happens. So you're plunging, you're out, you're plunging deep, the most deepest point. You're bringing the tip out to the shallowest point. You're going back in, you see where it's the deepest. Now you're drawing it back out. And here you can tell that you're doing it correctly when the diamonds start chipping out. And then you just come back and pop them out, and then just do a little cleanup. So this is what you'll have for one side. Then you come back to the other side and you make your 65-degree cut again. They call this an assembly line cut. So where you go the deepest, come out and you're drawing that knife out. Making sure that the face of your blade does not rock over and get into this area that you want to leave alone and not have any cuts or overcuts. Now you're going to come back, holding the knife at 65-degree angle, going in, coming out, following the line that you have made for your guide. And if you have a couple that are just willing to come out, that's because you haven't come all the way in here yet. And this is what those diamonds are going to look like. You can do a little bit of cleanup work. And you're just following your lines that you've put in. Now what you're going to do, you can do a skip cut or you can do what they call is a Gothic diamond. Now, in order to do that, you're going to come over here and you're going to make a cut here, come back to the other side. Now you're going to make a cut on the opposite direction, and you're going to bring a back cut so you're coming right to the center. And what you're using is just the very edge of the very tip of your knife. That's all you're using to come out with a diamond shaped cut like this. And so we're going to do it again one more time. So you're going to just use the very tip of your knife and just come back using the back cut technique. And if you're not comfortable with that back cut technique, that's okay, because you can come back to the other side and use the front cut, which I think it's harder. There you go. That's how you do that. When we come back, we'll do the lace, and this lace will be a full lace, and you'll see where it gets cut on both sides and how it becomes a lace when it's finished. So I'll complete this edge with the diamonds, and then we'll start the lace. I'll see you in a bit.